guided writing. So I'm going to talk to you because I'm a writer. And I want to share some ideas with you, and I want you to share some of your writing with me so that we all learn from each other. Okay? So who in here is a writer? Are you a writer? How do you know? You're all writers? Would you show me some of your work? Go ahead and go to your first
I'll give you an
example. You were working on yesterday.
What is the kernel you made yesterday?
You were working on some writing yesterday, and so you're showing me some of the things in your notebook.
This is called the banking experience.
And tell me about that.
The banking experience tells you all about a moment. You see the time when you lost something very important to you, the time when you were hurt in some way, the time when something unexpected.
Wow. Okay, so yesterday you were writing about something.
So we wrote about a time you spent with a friend.
Everybody get that out.
Or I gave them a choice, or they can write about an embarrassing time.
Okay, so
She had her embarrassing time already.
She had her embarrassing time. Okay, so she could write about that, but I had to decide on something to write about too. And so you gave me some ideas using your banking experiences. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to write on here, although I'm going to take what I have here later and tape it in here so I can use it for a later time. This is my writing notebook too, and I'm going to go through it a little bit as you can see. What do you notice as I'm writing through? What do you notice about mine? Ladies and gentlemen, what do you notice about mine? I've been writing a lot. What else do you notice? Thank you. There's some doodles. Why would someone like me doodle? Yes, it helps me visualize. I'm a doodler. I prefer to doodle and to sketch things because it helps me visualize, which helps me write later on. So I'm looking through here to see if there's any ideas that I might want to look at. Yes, dear?
Did you know that I baked the cake once with
So, Ada, I'm just going to say something. Do you sound like you like to talk a lot? And that's a good thing because when you speak a lot, and when you think a lot, and when you read a lot, chances are you're going to write a lot. So we're going to have time today. So yesterday, what did you work on? So I need to think of an idea, but I need to know what you did yesterday. You worked on writing about an embarrassing moment. Did you have one, dear? Vivian? Did you have an embarrassing moment? Did you have an embarrassing moment?
Never.
But what did you write about yesterday? What was
I'm still working on it.
Yeah, but what was it? What was your idea?
My idea is to just work on one part about my life whenever I spend my time with my friend. It was Xavier.
Okay, so that was the time you worked with Xavier. Okay, well, we won't tell anybody because you did this thing right here. And what's your name again, sir? Elijah. I love that name. I'm going to try to remember it from now on. What did you write about? The time you got lost. Okay, so I have to decide what I want to write about today. And someone told me a story yesterday, and I'm going to use that story today. So I'm going to tell you the whole thing, but I'm going to share it with you today as we go. It has to do with oatmeal cookies. You like oatmeal cookies?
Not that much. I haven't tried it.
Well, after I tell you the story, you might want to try it or you might not. Okay, so are you ready? So how did you decide about what to write about yesterday? What happened in Joe's school? What did you do to write yesterday? To get you the idea. You went back to that time. Because you know what good writers do? They think of a moment in time that's important to them. Something they think that the audience, which is the reader, will want to hear. And I think you're going to want to hear this story. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this thing called a memory kernel up here. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
And what is that?
It's somehow like up here in this big space, you get to draw on it, and then it's going to tell you your memory. Like,
It sort of helps you
no matter what
organize
you're
it.
doing.
Okay, so the first box should be where was I, what was I doing, right? Because I want to get to the action. Where was I, and what was I doing? I want to put where and what. And then I think if I sequence it, it'll be what's the first thing that happened to me, right? Maybe the next thing that happened to me, and after that. And then maybe, I don't know, because I don't know how it's going to go, how many boxes I'll need.
And thoughts and feelings.
Well, so thoughts and feelings about that last moment?
No.
It depends on what's going to work.
After the end, yeah.
This is the way I'm going to organize mine. Now, you may have organized yours in a little different way, and that's fine because you're the author and you decide, okay? So right now, I have to think about what happened then. Are you ready?
Yes.
The first question I was going to write to help myself remember where was I, what did I do. So I'm going
you're
to
making a
visualize.
face expand.
Yeah, so I'm going to think about it. Okay, are you ready? Because you said visualize. I was sitting at the dinner table.
Nope, so I didn't say that.
That's where it was. Now what's the next thing that happened?
You got out some oatmeal
Nope.
cookies.
I bit into a delicious oatmeal. Yeah, I do both cookies. And then what's the next thing that happened? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave space between these two so that I can add some more ideas later. Okay, and then you all can use my pens if you want to a little bit later too. But you might already have something you want to write. The next thing that happened, I'm going to write right here. My friend told me what was in the cookie. Okay? And after that, I wanted to run and scream all the way to the bathroom.
Why?
I'm going to find out. And what was I thinking and feeling? Ooh. This is what I have over here. I thought that I might actually die of horror. That. I thought, no, I'll put that back. Okay, so I'm done. Now I'm going to read it, and I want to see what you all think about it. It's not all of it, right? Because you probably asked me, you just asked me a question, like, what was that about? So I was sitting at the dinner table. I bit into a delicious oatmeal cookie. My friend told me what was in the cookie. I wanted to run and scream all the way to the bathroom. So you can imagine probably what happened. I don't know if you can. King's oatmeal? I thought that I might actually die of horror at that moment.
What I think is because you didn't say
So you didn't think I liked the oatmeal cookies? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my column because I want to add some ideas because it's not complete.
that's the skin. You
Yeah.
get the skeleton, but you forgot the beef.
The beef.
The beef isn't the inside of the skin, but it adds that one moment you're writing about.
Yeah, I need to add some flavor, right? Because it's sort of, you probably have questions as a reader. So this is what I call my kernel essay. It's small, it's a piece of corn about this big, and it's like a popping corn. It has a lot of good things in it, but it's not ready yet. I don't put it in my mouth now because if I did, I'd break my teeth. But what do I need for this to make this into a popcorn?
You need to put it in the microwave.
You need to put it in the microwave, and what happens in the microwave? It pops, and then all of a sudden it becomes this to this, and it's juicy, and it's delicious, and I can put Parmesan cheese on it and be very happy.
And it's cookie.
Yeah, but right now, this is what it is, but I want it to make it pop. And you just said I needed to add details.
Then you're adding
Yeah, I'm going to add heat. We're going to do the same thing, but could you read yours, what you wrote yesterday, so we can listen? And I want to give you all a chance to read yours. Let's all listen.
I was at HEB. I went to the bathroom. I came out. I went into the guy and I said no. Then I exited the kitchen. Then I realized I couldn't find my at all. I stayed really close to my
Okay, so that's that snapshot in time, right? And you're telling me, you're not telling me what you did and what you ate for breakfast that morning because it wasn't important. You just focused in on HEB in that moment. That's what good writers do. And I want to say that I really appreciate you sharing that because it helps us understand it better. Give me 5. All right, your turn, David. Go ahead. Read yours.
You see this sample right there?
Mm-hmm.
I made a similar dish.
Well, there you go. Well, why'd you do that?
Because some people take a sample from kind of like taking a sample at the stand, like at HEB, delicious beef. I felt like I wanted to eat it all, like the whole bag. But
So you wanted to add some beef with assembly? Huh?
with this, it was just like the sample, except it's a sample from the story.
Okay. So it's just a little bit of it. It's not the whole shebang. It's not the whole enchilada. All right, give me some of the enchilada, okay? I'm gonna miss. We're gonna do the enchilada, right?
I was floating like a duck with a football while paddling. Well, you know what I mean? I was with Xavier.
Oh, I like that. So you sketched it out so it helped you understand it. I love that.
This is my friend Xavier.
Uh-huh.
And that's me. See the football?
So that's what you're doing. Like the ducks. I like
Except
it.
the football is helping me float.
Oh, helping you stay afloat. All right, keep it going, girl. Keep it going.
I don't know. This is about different parts.
Yeah, read the whole thing.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm ready.
I got ready for Xavier's pool, so I put on my swim trunks. And sorry, I got a little bit mixed up. And sunscreen. I gotta
Do what you got to do. Do your thing.
I gotta erase this.
Yeah, thank you for using my pens. That's what that is. So you found out you want to make it better for the reader. Go ahead.
And off we went. We actually went to Grandma's house.
All right, keep it going. Let's go. I like it so
We
far.
waited at his Grandma's house. And we were ready to go swimming at the swimming pool. And we did. That means we were swimming. And we spent all that time because I don't want to like trip in with the whole thing what happened.
All right, that sounds good.
It was time to go home, so I gave a hug and said goodbye to Xavier, and off I went home.
And off you went. Sounds like that's the phrase that you like to use. And off she went. I like that. All right, good job, dear. Give me a high five. All right, let me hear yours.
We were sitting and I had a book first. So my teacher was in the middle of speaking. He was asking a question. Everybody was looking. I better let no one can question. My
That's
face
funny.
said over. Everybody looked at me but it was over the I was looking and
I liked it where you said that. You said that. You said your face turned purple. That was funny. I want to write this down.
losing breath.
My face turned purple. See, I'm using purple as I know. My face turned purple. I like that, so I'm going to write that down. What was that thing that you just said that I liked? I like how she says it. Off I went. Now, I like writing phrases down that people say or sentences because, or even words, just because it helps me in my writing. So I want to keep this here with me. All right, everybody has yours out and ready?
Yep.
So keep it out, and what we're going to do, and I'll give you this paper in case you want to use it and put it in your notebook a little later, or if you don't want to use it, that's okay, you can add it to your notebook. If you hear any words or any phrases or anything that you like that someone used, or even that you use, write it on there so you can keep a record of it. So, everybody's got their pen to add the ideas. I'm going to show you how I add ideas, okay? And what I want you to do is, after I do it, you try it out, okay? Because we said that we need to add more ideas to make it more flavorful. So I'm going to read mine out loud. If everybody will listen, I'm going to tell you what's going on in my brain. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Now, every time you add an idea, you're going to use the same color all the way through. And I'll show you what I mean. So the first time through when I add ideas, I'm going to use the same color. Now, put this down, and when I go back to revise it, to see if it's okay or not, or if I need to add more, I'll use another color so I can track the movement of my mind.
Can I go use that shirt?
Yes. Are you ready? I was sitting at the dinner table, and I'm going to continue. Minding my own business. I saw these delightful and delicious looking oatmeal raisin cookies. Wow, I thought, I want to devour one. Something in there like that. So that's what I wrote. So what do you think about that? What makes it sound delicious to you? What things did you like about it?
I like when just sitting there.
Are there any words that come out at you? Any ways that I wrote something that you liked? I'll read it again. I was sitting at the dinner table minding my own business. I saw these delightful and delicious looking oatmeal raisin cookies. Wow, I thought, I want to devour one.
Well, I like when I said I'm doing this.
Minding my own business. Okay. Great. Do you see anything? If you see something that you like, you can write it on that paper. But if not, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go back into your paper that you wrote yesterday and read it out loud to yourself, and then decide what you want to add to it, and then we'll share it out. And how long do you think you would need? 2 minutes good?
For all of it?
No. Just the first part, just like I did.
Okay.
So read it out loud. Think about how you want to add some more detail to the first part.
On the paper?
On the paper. Okay? If you have enough space, you think you have enough space on this paper, write it on this paper, and if we don't, I have some stickies we can use possibly. Okay? So is everybody ready? I want you reading it out loud. I want you to have a conversation out loud. Everybody should be talking at the same time. And I'm going to listen, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to read it out loud. I'm going to decide how I want to make it better. Ready? 1, 2 minutes. 2, 3, and go. I'm sitting at the dining room table. Go ahead, read yours again from yesterday out loud. And then you're going to add some flavor. Add some ideas. You're going to read out loud and have a conversation with yourself, and I'm going to listen, and I'm also going to look at mine. We're sitting at the dining room table. Change that. Mind my own business. Oh, yeah, I forgot that. We're sitting at the dining room table. Delicious looking oatmeal raisin cookies. Wow, I thought. I want to devour one. Go ahead. Go ahead and do yours. Now I heard him reading out loud, and I see you writing. So if you want to talk out loud, sometimes it helps you understand it better. Sometimes even when I write a sentence, I say it out loud as I'm writing. That helps me. Sitting at the dining room table, minding my own business. Changed it. Something delightful and delicious looking, oatmeal raisin cookies. Wow. I thought to myself, I want to devour one. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. Now read it out loud to yourself again and see what you think about it. And you can read it as loud as you want, just as long as the next door doesn't hear you. Okay? Oh, I like that. That's good detail, making me laugh over here. I like you have to say that out loud to me. Yes. That is excellent. You're making it real to the world. Now you, dear, have written some things, right? You need more space? You're good enough with it? Because I give you stickies if you need one. You need more space. So what are you going to do about it? You don't. You just put a line here and put the word above it. That's what I do. See right here? Sometimes I'll just put a line through it and put the word above it. Just one line. Then I can check and see what I wrote at the beginning. And I just write it over there. I don't need an eraser or a line. Especially when I started just drafting something. Did you have yours ready, dear?
Remember when you're done, you can Ludic read. It's up here.
Okay. Does everybody have theirs ready? Because these two are still working on theirs. Read through it again. One more time to yourself. And see what you think about it. Because I changed mine like 3 times as I read it out loud. Try it again. Actually, why don't you two read it to one another since you're finished? Read yours so she can hear it. You've got an innocent audience. If you would like to do that. We're not doing the whole, who wants to read theirs out loud to everyone? Just the part that you did just now. Read what you originally had and then read what you placed in there. Okay, go ahead. Listen.
Listening, and I had to go first. I thought I was going to go piano. I didn't go. I did not. I don't know. But I didn't want to disguise the lesson. I was wondering about
Ooh, did you hear that? That is excellent writing. I want you to hear it one more time, and I want you to tell me what you think about the writing. Maybe one of the parts that you really liked. I already have two, but I want to listen again. Go ahead.
I was saying I might have to go to the restroom. I thought I was going to go pee on it. I needed to go, but I didn't know I was going to go to listen. I was holding my breath.
Did you hear that? What did you like about it? What helped you visualize?
Right.
So you liked the part where she said she had to hold her breath, because that helped you visualize. I like that part too. I like two parts. That's one of them. What else did you?
Did you actually?
Yeah, but I'm talking about what she wrote. What else did you hear that she wrote that you might have liked?
That she didn't want it.
She didn't say I didn't want to interrupt the lesson, did she? I liked her word choice. She said, I did not want to destroy. I'm going to use that word next time. Destroy the lesson by asking to go to the bathroom. All right? Good job, young lady. You're giving me ideas. All right, who else wants to share? Would you like to share? All right, so let's continue. We'll have more people share next. I'm going to have my same colored pen, and I'll read the next part. I bit into a delicious oatmeal cookie. It was so moist and super duper, I don't want to say delicious, because I've already said it once. Is there another word I can use?
Yummy.
Ha ha! Love it. Thank you, dear. Super duper yummy. It had a special flavor and unique. You guys like that word, unique?
Yes.
Instead of saying strange or whatever, I say unique. Unique crunch. Oh, I'm going to say what I was thinking. Oh, this is heaven, I thought. Ha ha! I like it. Can I read it again?
Yes.
I bit into a delicious oatmeal cookie. It was so moist and super duper yummy. It had a special flavor and a unique crunch. Ooh, this is heaven, I thought.
I saw this video on YouTube, this guy when he came back on the show, his son came out to eat him like that, and then he gave him the cake. It was like God gave him the cake, and he was just thinking like God song.
Wow. Maybe that's something that might help you visualize today when you're writing. Okay, ready to go to the next one? Is there anything that you like that I did before we go to the next one? What is a writer? You like the word unique? Did you want to write it down? I'll write it here for you in case. Since you like it, I like it. Unique. Is there anything else that you all liked? About the way that I wrote, or the words that I used, or how I expressed myself? Because if you do, you might want to write it down if you like it, because you might want to try it. Just like some of the things you gave me, I'm going to try in my writing. Okay, you ready? 2 minutes. Go to the second part and see what other things you might want to add to make it better for the reader. Ready? On your marks, get set, write. Read it out loud just like he's doing. Yes, read it out loud. Have that conversation. Write it out loud. If that helps you. I'm going to read mine again. It's a delicious oatmeal cookie. It was so moist and super duper delicious. It was very moist. It was so moist. It was extraordinarily moist. It was unusually moist and super duper.
So I told my friend next to me. She said, "Go, but I have to ask her. Remember just go when you really need to."
Okay, so that's what you changed, right? What was the sentence you had before that? When you didn't add all those details, what was the first sentence that you had?
So my teacher made it so.
Okay, so that part of it, and so you added a little bit more detail. Like that. Like that. All right, we're ready. Let's go on to the second part. and then we're going to share a little bit and see how far we've gotten, because I'm going to let you all go do your seats and finish up the rest of it, and then we'll have time to share later. Then I have right here, because I want to let you know about this part, because I'm sure you want to know what happened to the oatmeal cookie, right? So my friend told me what was in the cookie. I think I'm going to change that. My friend revealed, what do you like about that word? I like that word. Revealed to me what ingredients were in the cookie. She said, I love protein, so I added crushed up, are you ready for this? Cockroaches. And put them into the cookie you were eating. Now, you know I'm going to have something, I'm going to be thinking about something, right? I almost fell off my chair. I couldn't believe that I just ate an oatmeal cockroach. Ugh, disgusting. Okay, that's what I have. I think I could write a little bit more. That is nasty. I might want to write that down. That is super nasty. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's pretty bad. So you like the word. Did you see what she just did? She wrote disgusting down. You like that word? Oh, that's cool. I think I'll write it down too, just because you did, because you're giving me an idea. Disgusting. Nasty, someone just said.
I'd rather use the word for disgusting.
Gross. Gross. That's another word I could use.
What if somebody was eating it?
Yeah, well, I ate it. Actually.
If
So,
that was in a restaurant, people would be disgusted.
that would be exceptionally gross. Okay, so go ahead and continue with your last part, and then we're going to share add some detail. I want you to do that. I want you to go to your seats.
It's still making the inside of the ice cream.
Yes, and you can do that. Go to your seats and finish up the rest, thinking about what things can I put in here to make it very clear to the reader what happened to me. Okay? So go ahead and do that, and then I will speak to you another day when I can. But go ahead and try to do that. Okay? So go ahead and go to your seats. Do you have